Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I appreciate you tuning in today. If it's your first time coming over to the channel, if you like this kind of stuff, just make sure you hit that subscribe button, leave a comment below, and hit the like button if you like it, guys. Today I'm going to be making some Mexican sausage dip. I've got some leftover chips from the other night. We made some salsa with ground beef and stuff, and I've got a bunch of leftover ingredients. So I got some leftover sausage, and I'm going to make some sausage dip. And I'm making some iced tea as well, but let me show you the ingredients of what I've got going on, guys. Alright guys, here's the ingredients I'm using. I've got some leftover salsa. This is just some regular Mexican salsa mild. And we've got some queso cheese dip, also mild. And I've got my leftover sausage and some diced tomatoes and green chilies. That's going to go all into the cast iron of goodness there. And I'm making some iced tea as well. I'll show you how I make my iced tea. Alright guys, while I got my cast iron heating up, I'm going to chop this sausage into really small pieces, or small as I can get them. And we'll get that going, guys, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, when I make my iced tea, I like to get my water to a rolling boil. And then I'll just cut it off. And then I'll add my tea bags. This is the tea I use right here. I love the Louisiana iced tea. Just a regular tea. It's really, really good. It's like a mix of, let's see, what is that? Anyway, these are the ingredients on these. This is the kind of tea that's in there. It's got the orange and the black. However you pronounce that. Pico, I guess it is. But that's the kind I like. I just put the 4, after I cut the burner off, I put the 4 bags in there, and I'll let those steep for around 5 minutes or so, give or take it. The more you let them steep, the stronger it's going to be, but I usually do about 5 minutes or so. And I usually make a gallon at a time, so 4 tea bags. And you don't have to add a certain amount of water into your pot. I usually just fill it about halfway full. Yeah, fill it about halfway full and just let that water steep, and then I'll add that into the jug, and then I'll put my sugar in while the water's hot, and then I'll go ahead and add the rest of the water to the gallon cold water, tap water. And I only put about a half a cup of sugar in per gallon. I don't like mine too sweet. Most times the store-bought stuff you get is so sweet it'll make your teeth rot out as soon as you drink it there. Same way as the restaurant iced tea, it's just so sweet. I usually put about a half a cup or so. Sometimes I add just a little bit more, close to 3/4, but. Alright guys, I got the cast iron preheated there. I'm going to put a little olive oil in there. Just to add a little bit of to the bottom of the pan there. Get my glove protection. The thing's going to be hot. I want to go ahead and get all that sausage in there before that starts smoking. Let's go ahead and add that in there. Got my sausage in there, guys. Let that heat up just for a minute. I'll go ahead and start adding some of the other ingredients. Drop one 3-second rule. Like I said, I'll let that heat up a second, guys, and I'll get back with you in just a moment. Alright, guys, I got the sausage heated up pretty good there for a minute. I'll go ahead and add my diced tomatoes and green chilies. I'll put that in there. I'll go ahead and give that a stir. That already looks good right there, just by itself. I get some scrambled eggs inside of that and put it in a burrito. That ingredient right there, the diced tomatoes and chilies, I love that stuff. You can just put it in about anything. I'm going to go ahead and we'll add the salsa next. Got the mild salsa, we'll add that in there. Let me get me a spoon and get the rest of that out, guys. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm going to add the last ingredients, which is the cheese. That's going to be good. There we go, guys. I'm going to spoon in the rest of that cheese. Oh, I love this kind of cheese. It's so good. I'm sure it's not good for you, but it sure does taste good. Tea's been steeping for a good 5 or 6 minutes, so it's about time to get it going. Finish that up. Alright guys, stick around. Alright, and I'm just going to let that all mix in together there on a low heat. Turn that down just a hair. Let all the ingredients kind of mesh together a little bit. Put a lid on there. Let it all get good and yummy. It looks really good. Alright guys, let's cover that with a lid. Save your cheese container to put your leftovers in, if you have any. Let's get this tea going. Alright guys, I got my gallon jug here, and while I've got the funnel dry, I'll go ahead and put my cup of sugar in there. And it wasn't, I mean a half cup of sugar, sorry. I'll put a little bit more in there. About 3/4. Find the sweet spot. I'll have to taste it and see, but now that I've got that in there, I'm going to go ahead and get my pot over here and pour that hot water with the tea in there. Be right back, guys. So as not to burn ourselves, and that's going to melt all that sugar down in there. We'll give it a little shake. I like to go ahead and rinse that out before it stains the pan and drop all the silverware everywhere. There we go. Pot is washed. Alright guys, we got our tea in there, so I'm just going to get a little slosh around here. Let it melt that sugar real good. And then we'll head over to the sink and I'll add rest of the water cold. Pour in a cup, add ice. Good to go. And our dip is heated up really good, guys. So I just went ahead and turned the heat off. I'm going to leave it covered while I finish my tea. And then we'll have some iced tea and the Mexican sausage salsa dip. Alright, we'll get our filter water on there. Set our jug down there and let it fill up. I guess it'd be easier to use the funnel. There we go, guys, and we'll just fill that up. I don't always fill it all the way to the very top. I usually fit it about almost to the top, about the top of the handle. You can't even see that because there you go. About to the top of the handle is where I fill it. I don't fill out to the top or anything. And that makes the best taste in iced tea, guys. I tell you what, that Louisiana is my favorite. And if you think iced tea is too sweet when you try it out in public, restaurants, or if you buy it already made in the store, if it's too sweet, try it like this, guys. Just don't add as much sugar. Most people, for a gallon of tea, put anywhere between 2 cups of sugar, a cup and 2 cups of sugar. And I think 2 cups is just way too much. That'll make your teeth rot out as soon as you take a drink. It's just really just too sweet. It's getting there. About where I like it. Perfect. I'll put the lid on that and give it a little shake around too, guys, and give her a taste test here and see how she tastes. Oh yeah, turn it up and down. Make sure all that sugar is good. Now we gotta get some ice in the glass. Alright guys, we got our ice in the glass there. I'll pour a little bit in there. Get it good and cold. We'll give it a shot here and see. Perfect. Not too sweet. Just the way I like it. And that's really good and refreshing right there, guys. For a gallon, 4 tea bags. Let it seat for 5 minutes or more. Fill it up with water, you're good to go. Mexican sausage dip, cheese dip. Let's give it a shot and see what it tastes like. Alright guys, it's gonna be hot. I always burn my tongue every time I make this stuff. And when I make like chili and stuff too, I always burn my tongue doing that taste test. Let's give it a shot. Have another bite of that. I like using these scoop chips, because when you get it juicy like that, it'll just make like a little bowl for that juice. I hate for you guys to sit here and watch me eat all this, so I'm gonna go enjoy some iced tea and some sausage cheese, Mexican sausage cheese dip. One more quick thing about the sausage salsa, guys. If you have any leftovers and you've got some fajitas or little burritos left, like leftover from when you had tacos or something like that, scramble you an egg, put it in one of those with some extra cheese and some Texas Pete, and you got an awesome breakfast burrito. Oh, if you got some fresh cilantro to throw in there too, that makes it really good. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. And as always, plan, prepare, and practice. Handy out.